solve this puzzle, your IQ is. The app is called Two Dots.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, here we go. Tier 2, round 4 of Season 9 here at Mexico. We've got a wet quali currently underway with our first driver out on the grid, Zeech. And as these folks come to grips, and he's currently on softs right now, so I don't know what he's doing as he's going back in. We got a Mercedes going out on the lap next. And we've got drivers slowly joining, it looks like, as well as Fatweed has just come in. So yeah. Let's see how today goes. This quality is going to be a bit interesting as we're waiting for these guys to come to grips with the track. We're going to go to take a look at the season standings currently and how things are looking for the drivers and the overall constructor standings here in Tier 2. So starting things off, we see in the driver standings, the two Alpine drivers, Axis and Gamer, have run away with things, and they've done so in the constructors, as you'll see shortly. Nathan Pocus has done decently, but I don't think he's no longer in the league. So it shows that he is third, but he will not be gaining any more points as he is no longer in MRL, unfortunately. So everyone else behind him is going to be chomping at the bit. And as you can see, from first all the way to, I believe, 9th place, it's a span of 20 points difference between Axis and the Red Bull driver of Spunini. Yeah, I think that's how it goes. He's my teammate. So yeah, things are looking interesting there. And overall, constructors wise, as you can see, again, Alpine running away with things pretty much already 3 races into it. But there's a tight race for those next 2 or 3 second or third position in the constructors. Williams and Red Bulls only separated by 1 point currently. Haas, Mercedes, and Aston, and Alfa Romeo and Ferrari, McLaren, really all in this still. AlphaTauri only 2 points. They will need to see some magic in these next few races if they want anything special to happen here. And as we're looking at the current lap times, now 12 minutes into quali, why don't we go ahead and transition back over to our main broadcast angle. Okay. And when Toby gets in here, we can pull a little bit more info up as well. Currently, Chazzybot and Happy Like Pies only separated by 0.004 of a second. I believe they both probably were running on those inters. It looks like there's an Alfa Romeo of Zeech on an outlap currently. So yeah, we saw him come out on softs. He was testing things out, probably just making sure his setup was okay for most part. And now he's going out in the rain. Let's go ahead and get rid of the spectator menu. And he's coming up. It's the apex pretty nicely. Go ahead and right on board with him as he does this, completes this hot lap. He's got clean air in front of him. Brakes just before the 100-meter board. Sounds like he locks up just ever so slightly, but he keeps control of the car beautifully. Oh. He's not touching the curbs, as you kind of really want to avoid them. When it's wet like this, throws it in to one of the toughest corners here on this track, and this one, these S's too as well. Gets a little scary as Zeech has to catch himself. As he does, the Gamer now just puts in the fastest time. Merck ahead of him with a 26.8. Okay, Gamer really feeling it and really putting a difference between him and second. I wonder what the difference was there. Zeech is really threading the needle, and he puts it nearly 1/10 behind Gamer. Good enough for P2. Everyone else coming in behind. It looks like Merck, he's down a second. I don't think he's on a hot lap here. Who hasn't set a time yet, who's still out. Let's go ahead and find Apache. Yeah, Zeech's teammate, he's now on a hot lap, so we'll go ahead and ride along with these Alfa Romeos. He cuts the first corner, oh, and he's sliding all over the place. This isn't going to be a great one, and he's invalidated. So we're going to go ahead and try to find someone else to ride along with now. I think I see a Ferrari not too far beyond. He's on the outlap. Chazzybot letting another guy by. City of R is not on a hot lap. Andy currently looks like he might be on a hot lap. It's currently almost a second, separating him from P1. He's looking to improve quite a bit here, as we got our 18th driver looking to join, Mr. Pete Bang. Is that right? So here we go. Andy looks to be already up. Almost a second. Sets a purple sector 1. Not sure if that's him just setting a personal best. And Zeech now goes P1. Jumps up there. Gamer, Chazzy, Speedy Goose. Okay, so yeah, that's the gap right now. 4/10 between Chazzy and Speedy Goose. P3, P4. So those guys are really looking to speed things up a bit, as we probably got close to under 10 minutes left in quali, as there was a Red Bull just up above Andy in the Mercedes. Maybe he'll get a little bit of drag, maybe he won't. Yeah, Red Bull's going in, Andy's drawing this hot lap, and then he goes good enough for P2. Oh my gosh, 400ths slower than Zeech. These guys are flying in the rain. They're feeling really good, and they're speeding up. The rain does look to have settled down. I mean, if it was any harder, it's lightly drizzling. They're finding those dry lines as well. Merc is on an outlap city of R. See what he can come through. Can he best his time? He does. Oh, good enough for P4. Man, all right. This track is really ramping up. But who can come to grips with it is the question. Is Beamer NG is coming down, starting his into Sector 2 up a tenth, which isn't going to do much for him currently. He's got a personal best in Sector 1. Let's see how he can thread the needle through Sector 2 and 3. And I think Toby's joined us here now as well. How's it going, man? Ooh, gotta lower my volume with the partner in here. Right. What are you drinking?
It's called Goat Island Blood Orange. It's
Okay.
a Burnliner Ice, however you want to say it.
Okay.
Kind of like a sour, just local, from about 5 minutes down the road from here.
Nice, nice. Sounds yummy.
That's the only beer I drink. I'm not a big beer drinker.
Oh, I don't drink beer a lot, but I'm sure you're just a Red Bull celebration beer, right, for Max?
Nah. You can't drink that much, man.
Oh, God. Have liver problems with that.
Alright.
We've got about 6 minutes left here in quali. Got a big range of times. Axis now goes into P1 in the Alpine. His teammate Gamer in P4 currently, but he's almost 8 tenths behind him. So there's a big, big drop off, but the track is ramping up even more and more as these guys get it on.
Sacco's in that lobby, right?
Yeah, Sacco is in the lobby. He is currently sitting
Join off them.
P13. I can send you an invite right now, and then I think I also... Here, I got you. Let me know if you need another.
No, that's good.
Right. Control. All right, there we go. Let me close that. Beautiful.
Oh, it's raining.
We got time. Yeah, here in Quali it's raining, so yeah, that's why we're getting the interesting differences in time here. Let's see. Here we go. This is what I'm looking for. Copy. All right, folks, we're just working on our production here. And Quali's still ramping down. Bear with us. Copy here. Here. There your beautiful face is. What am I doing? What am I doing? Just happened. I don't know what I'm doing, Toby. I don't know what's going on with me right now.
You're good.
Trying to pull you in, and this PC is just a little fun and funky. All right. I think we got this going. Are you in the lobby?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Here we go. We're going to transition over to this beautiful part. And now, I can also bring you in here. Little bootleg version when we're going full action. Okay.
Black's like too bright. Yeah.
All right, 3 minutes left. Gamer Axis, Alpines leading the way currently. P1 and P2. Zeech hasn't improved his time, it looks like. He's 5/10 behind the Alpine drivers. And then Andy not too far behind Zeech himself. Lance Sharkey in the McLaren. Dreams in the Williams. And City of R, his teammate, is currently on a hot lap. So we'll go ahead and stick with City of R, who is in P7. All right. And he's got clean air. He's got no one to worry about. Just hoping he stays on the driest part of the track. He sets a personal best, Sector 2, up 5/10 it looks like now. He's going to be happy about that. That should help him out a bit.
Puts him up into P3. If he can hold on to it.
Yeah, if he could push a little bit more out here through this last final turn. This is what's important. He hugs it a little bit, but keeps that. There it is, P3, as you said. He improved all the way through Sector 3. He's going to be happy with that. Sako like Taco, believe he retires in the pits. He's going to be starting no better than P3 to start this race. We've got 19 drivers finally in the lobby. The MRL race is over. Everyone is happy to join. And we're underway.
Yeah, I had to fight through the last couple laps of Tier 3 comms. I had the main race going, the IRL race going on my big TV here in the bedroom.
Okay.
So I'm more focused on that than I was on the stream. It was messing with me.
And here's Zeech. I think he might be improving his time here. Coming around the final corner, and he goes P1. Oh, wow. Yeah, so 125.8 in the rain. He's got 30 seconds left. I don't think he's going to best his time. Gamer and Axis are on their out laps. Let's go ahead and sit on board with Gamer, who's right in front of his teammate. And this is going to be an interesting end to quali here, as there's a lot of drivers who will be crossing the line, trying to best their previous bests. As there's an Alfa Romeo going off into the grass. Let's hope he doesn't get in the way, and he doesn't. Gamer able to keep things solid. So I think this Alfa Romeo is pretty much done for quali himself.
It wouldn't be enough to put him on pole. It'd be just short. His Sector 1 anyway.
Okay, right. Still got, what, 2/3 of the track to go. And the most difficult part is these S's and this approach here, his entry. He does take it really, really wide, which is what you want to do, wide as much as the corner as possible. Merck retires from the session. He'll be no better than 7th for Alpha Tauri. Coming down that final DRS straight. So these guys haven't had DRS at all because of the rain here in the quali session. There's 2 McLarens up ahead of him. I believe they're both on a hot lap as well. But he's closing in fast.
I missed his Sectors 3 split time.
I did as well. We'll have to see. It's going to be a run to the finish. He goes a little bit wider than you'd like to see. He does take P1. His teammate Axis goes right ahead of him. Oh, wow. Okay. So Zeech is going to miss out on P1 as the track literally just starts ramping up at the end again. So these guys who are coming towards the end, City of R goes right into the pits. That's going to be it for him. Georgester he's
way behind.
Yeah,
so way off his time.
So this is it. This is going to be it. Okay.
Yeah, D-Master, I agree. Alpine's doing great. They double podiumed in Tier 3. I don't know what they did in Tier 4. But they're the leaders of the overall constructors right now. by Alpine, and from this weekend they're probably just going to increase it.
No, yeah, these guys are the cream of the crop. Williams and Red Bull are fighting essentially for P2. They're separated by a point, 43 and 42 points for them respectively. It looks like Williams is looking pretty decent to start the race, and let's go over the starting grid here.
Give me
quickly.
1 second, I'll be right back.
Yeah, you're good, Toby. P1, Axis, and Gamer, his teammate in the Alpine, starting in P2. We got Zeech and Drames in the second row. City of R in P5, Chassis Bot in P6, Andy in P7, Landshark in P8, Merc and Happy Like Pies to round out the points positions. In 11th, we got Freddy Rizal, Beamer and G, Fat Weed and Speedy Goose behind them, Apache, Mr. Heat Gang in the Red Bull, Taco Like Taco, Ketchen, and Jordster to round things out. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who went high downforce, who's going a little bit lower downforce. Maybe these times and where people qualified might be a little indicative of that here. So yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. Let's take a quick look. Can we? No, I'm not. Okay. We can't take a look. Never mind. Psych. Okay. Arcs, yeah, pulling for his Ferrari boys here, which makes sense. I don't blame him. D Master, Alpine always doing great. Yes, yes, and Toby is looking beautiful, isn't he? So, as the drivers are making their final adjustments to their front wing, possibly, their tires, their fuel, their getting those nerves, just trying to feel them out. Turn one's going to be really interesting, to say the least. Sala and the real.
All right, sorry about that.
No need to apologize, Toby. But yeah, just thinking the setup for turn one. Hopefully, it's as good as the in-real race was. Perez taking himself out essentially.
Oh, yeah, that was rough, man. I made a joke in the Discord. Oh, never mind.
No, here we go. Yeah, quickly. 5 lights, and they're off. All right. And it looks like Axis is off and has left his teammate in the behind him. Ozich has slotted into P2 quickly. Gamer is now in P3. There's a lot of movement behind him. Let's see how they go into turn one. Keeping things clean so far. Lots of side-by-side action. Gamer back up into second quickly. But he is a second down from his teammate Axis, who is in P1.
Everybody made it really nice and clean through all that, and I almost messed that up.
No,
turn 4, it got a little sketchy, but
there's almost cars going 3 wide after the chicane at the exit of it. Now here we come through the S's as everyone's kind of forming a little bit more of a line as a Haas and a Red Bull are going side by side way in the back. Let's go ahead and hop on board with Ozich, who's near the rear of Gamer, but not super close. Not too many other battles going on, as I mentioned. Yeah, everyone's kept it pretty clean for lap one. Yeah.
really rare.
Axis sets a 21.1 already for the fastest time. All right, now we're going to start to see who might have had a really low downforce or high downforce setup. Don't really see anyone making much of a big move. Oh, did look like an Aston Martin back behind. Yes, and Andy in the Red Bull. Okay, so there's a little bit of a pack back here. Let's go ahead on board with Fatweed. It looks like he got out of the trouble. Yeah, a lot of action.
Kapasi got around, or Happy Light Pies got around Fatweed, and Kapasi got around Happy Light Pies going on the back main straight.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of action, it looks like, towards the back of here. Beamer close to his teammate as well for the final points position in P10. Coming right up on him here. He's going to have to let off just ever so slightly, which is going to hurt him on this quick, short run. And DRS is finally going to be activated once we get around and past the start-finish line. And yeah, no incidents yet.
I've seen a couple bumping tires, but nothing too outrageous.
And my game froze really quickly, but we're back. Okay, nothing scary. As long as my game didn't
Gamer's
crash.
gonna get around his teammate right here.
And Freddie Razzle in their Ferrari as well is going to make a move on Chazzy Bolt for P6. Let's see what Chazzy can do. Chazzy Bot, excuse me. He's on the hard tires, so he is probably getting these into a much better rhythm, and will find more pace. Oh, as it looks like he's burning a little bit of ERS now. Let's go ahead and take a look at the tire differences here. Most runners going with the medium tires to start. Only 2 drivers with hards, 2 drivers with softs. And yeah, they're just kind of slotted randomly in the middle towards the back of the pack.
Yeah, Kapasi's done what he needed to do with the sauce, though. He's made up 4 positions. Drazzy's made up 6.
And
he's on medium.
Chazzy Bot almost went for a move right here into the back stadium section. And he thinks better of it as he had DRS. He maintains within DRS range of Freddie Rizal, who isn't. Oh, wait, no, he is in DRS range himself. But there's a line of drivers behind him. So this is going to be interesting to see what happens. These McLarens are both getting a little antsy, it looks like.
Yeah, Beamer has used all his ERS already. He's down to 6% just trying to get by his teammate.
And they're about to go side by side. Beamer finally does get it past Landsharky. And he is on the tail of Merc in the Alpha Tauri. DRS flap open for him. Just tucked in right behind. Sets the fastest sector 1 there. But Beamer is flying.
Yeah, I'm surprised Landsharky didn't let him by, knowing that, I mean, you can clearly see he's faster. Being teammates, I'm surprised he didn't let him by early, instead of making him dump his ERS to get by him.
Yeah, 4 laps, almost 4 laps of that is quite some time, and burning your ERS on this track doesn't help because it takes a while for that to come back.
Right. Landsharky just picked up a 3-second penalty also.
Yeah. He'd be best just to help his teammate out as best as possible and go as slowly but as quickly as possible with everyone behind him and just start, just making sure his teammate doesn't come under attack. But here we go.
Williams might be switching positions also.
Yeah, and up ahead again for P2. Gamer and Oz each are going at it. I think they did a quick switch. City of R on his teammate. He's going to get the DRS. Oh, no, his teammate's going to get the DRS advantage.
Yeah, because he got it down the main straight.
That's right, that's right. That one detection zone gives you 2 DRS. 2 opportunities to open that DRS flap. That's right. We got some close driving back over here. It's side by side at the exit of the second chicane. Ketchen finally gets around. Zeech going hard up on the inside, trying to see if there's something there against Gamer for P2. Nothing. He's going to smartly tuck right behind him. He's probably going to go for a move again now down this main straight. And I imagine there's just going to be a lot of action right here all day. Big winners and losers so far. The Ferrari, Freddie Rizal up 5 positions, and Beamer NG up 4 so far. Losers, Andy down to 12th after starting the race in 7th. And Happy Like Pies as well, down 3 positions. 10th to 3rd, now finds himself in 13th. He probably isn't too happy about that. This Gamer does go ahead eventually and slide right in front of, or Ozic slides right in front of Gamer.
And he's closed the gap on Axis really quick.
So yeah, Axis might now be under attack. These Alpines might be smart to do some sort of team play here, and yeah, just try to make sure whatever they do is they squeeze Ozic out of this P2 and P1. He is falling behind a lot through the S's. It looks like Axis has a much higher downforce setup.
That's what I was just about to say. He's probably running lower downforce than Axis is. Because Gamer also all over the back of him through the corners.
Yeah, and that's what's huge, right? So he
Yeah,
won't.
I mean, it's one of those tracks that you can run high downforce and low downforce and still do pretty close to the same
Right.
time. It's just where you're gaining and losing the time, wherever you're more comfortable.
Here we go again. Gamer sliding right in front of Zeech. Zeech taking every bit of that curb just before taking his entry into turn one. I'd be surprised if he didn't get a warning there.
Yeah, that's what crossed my mind too. I was thinking if he got a warning for that or not, because it was a lot of curb.
It's always, this game is always so tricky, right? With when it comes to those warnings, because I feel like it's
sometimes I feel like I get one and I didn't deserve it, and sometimes I feel like I cut the corner and I'm like, oh well, there's a track limits and it doesn't give one to me.
right. Yeah, it's inconsistent to say the least.
Ooh, Zeke's way wide.
So yeah, there's that pack of 5 up front. Chazibot is kind of leading that pack of maybe 10 right behind him. He's got a lot of work to do on the hards to try to catch up to Dreams on the mediums, and everyone else up ahead of him in the mediums. Really.
I mean, if I'm in Chazzy's situation, I'm not worried about making passes and stuff right now.
Right. I mean,
this early on, and you're one of the only people in the top 15 or top 14 on hard tires. You cruise, drive your own race, and wait for the pit stop rotations, and just pray that there's not a safety car that makes you get off of your strategy.
Right. It looks like Chazzy does get overtaken by Freddie right there, and yeah, I mean, I think you're 100% right. These medium runners are gonna have to be pitting fairly soon, really. I mean, if you think about it, as these guys on the hards can probably run 17 to 20 laps easily. Medium runners.
My mediums in my race at safety car came out lap 10. My rears were over 20%. So I mean, you might be able to get up to 20 laps on them, but
I think I got up to 20 laps on them with 3 safety cars.
Yeah.
You know, so
in the tier 3 race, there was also guys that ran the medium tire 20. I want to say it was like 23 to 24 laps there on their final stint. They were struggling at the end, but they made it.
Right. Ooh, looked like Freddie got a little shaky there. Oh, and he did. Chassis's gonna get around him. We didn't really quite see what would happen.
Beamer probably has a good run on him too.
Yeah, I think so. Beamer pulls off.
Oh, Beamer's gonna get both of them.
Ooh, 2 for 1. He pulls up hard, aggressively to the outside now. And he is gonna take a double overtake easily, and he's going to have DRS down this straight as well.
Yeah, that couldn't have worked out any worse for Freddie.
Yeah, I don't think I see any damage on Freddie. I just think those mediums are starting to affect his driving, at least, and the line he's taking.
I mean, me and Nikki G were talking about this during the Tier 3 commentating. This game seems a lot more sensitive to your tires in past games. Like, once your tires get past about 20%, you can really start feeling it. In like the 21 game, you didn't really notice your tires falling off until 40-50%.
Yeah, I would agree. Like once they hit like a 35% range, you really start to feel something there. That there's a big difference in the grip of what you're feeling if you're driving uh, a DD, a direct drive wheel for sure.
Right.
Here comes Andy now, P10. He's going to be making a move on Landshark. You officially on track for P9. Dreams, Landsharking, and Capacity are the only three with time penalties so far. Freddy on the back of Beamer. So he's gotten himself back into this pair. Oh, he's going to slide a little bit. Outbreaks himself, but he keeps composure.
Yeah, these guys are just going to keep going back and forth with the DRS.
Right. And same with Zeech and Gamer as I've joined back up again for this battle for P2 Axis. You know, kind of comfortably driving, just almost pushing it to 2 seconds now at this point, the lead. Chazzy picks up 3-second penalty. That's gonna hurt.
That was barely like I didn't think he was off. I was watching him. It looked like he was on the line.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt. And it's just this battling for position with these three guys right here. That's really what got Chazzy. Some guys can keep it really clean on this track too, and others will just rack up the time penalties. So these warnings can be pretty impactful towards the end of the race. You want to see your drivers keep it clean. Almost side by side there. Freddy feeling himself.
So we should be starting to hit the point where Chazzy's hards are going to start being better than the mediums. We should start seeing them start to pull away from Beamer and Freddy.
Let's see if he can do anything. And there's already the ERS lights for Beamer and Chazzybot are already blinking.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Chazzy has 13, Beamer has 14, but Freddy behind him has 65. So he's in a good spot when it comes to ERS.
Yeah, he's chilling. And if these guys keep this race clean, which I don't think there's going to be much opportunity for a safety car. Yeah. So this is probably going to be a really difficult one-stop race for most. Trying to push these tires as far as possible. Merc and Speedy goes close. It looks like Merc got a big advantage all of a sudden. Let's go back to these boys right here battling for P6. Yeah, Chazzy keeping it close, getting that DRS, the help of the DRS again. Closes it in the braking zone. And brings it in really, really close with the McLaren. Kind of lets it loose out at that penultimate corner and really finds a lot of breathing space. Beamer NG almost 5/10 up. But now he's going to be under attack by both these drivers, who are really finding a rhythm. They've been testing each other these last 2 or 3 laps. Let's see how. Oh! Freddy and the Mercedes go bump wheels. Gets a little scary as now the McLaren and the Ferrari are going side to side. The Ferrari does get ahead finally, and the McLaren is still side by side, just so close. Does tuck in behind him. The Mercedes is going to be able to squeeze Beamer out now. So Beamer, after making him that double overtake a couple laps ago, now finds himself back 2 positions once again.
Yeah, these three are just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, I mean these are the fun battles here on track. Andy, Happy Like Pies, and Landsharky, they've been pretty close most of the race as well, as Dreams now picks up a 3-second penalty. So Freddie's gonna see that and try to ramp things
Well,
up.
that puts Dreams up to 6. That's the second one.
Okay. Oh, that's right. That's right. We're not even halfway through this race. And we've got 5 drivers with at least 3 seconds of penalties. Let's go ahead and take a look there. Yeah, Dream's the only person on track with 6 seconds of penalties. Andy taking a look up at the inside of Landsharky, and he's going to get it done cleanly right in front of him through the chicane smoothly. And he keep the advantage and hold out, as there's Freddie and Beamer and Andy's teammate ChazzyBot also battling for position. So first it was 3 cars battling for P6. Now it's 5 cars.
Yeah. They let the other. It's 6. They let the other 3 that were chasing for 9th.
Right. Yes.
So this is about to get really hectic.
These S's, yeah, they're gonna really have to thread that needle with their throttle. As ChazzyBot, the only one who doesn't get DRS down that straight, it looks like. But yeah, Chazzy has got a train of 5 cars behind him, all in a DRS train. So he's gonna be.
Oh, Gamer just jumped in the pits, so he's the first one.
And Ketchin picks up a 3-second penalty. So yes, Gamer behind Axis in P3. Looks like he might be going for that undercut on Zeech.
They try to create a little bit of space. Because they've just been going back and forth in the DRS zone also. Basically the whole race. So maybe by him undercutting and get a little bit of time, he can come out in some space. When Zeech comes back out after his pit stop, hopefully he'll be far enough out that he doesn't get a DRS advantage.
Yeah, we'll see. So he has finally come out of the pits. Well, not finally. He's been out of the pits, and he's comfortably in some clean air in P12 right now. So yeah, lap 15 with 22 laps to go, 21 and a half really at this point. ChazzyBot finding some breathing room on these hards now. The meter runners behind him are actually finding some difficulty to keep up with him, and they weren't able to attack him down that long pit straight.
Zeech just got 5 seconds.
Oh, that's huge. Him and Axis both go into the pits. So that means the Williams drivers are both going to adopt P1 and P2 temporarily on track. ChazzyBot in P3 now. He's on the hards. He could probably stay out for another 5 laps or so. Beamer closing in finally after being nearly 7 to 8 tenths behind him towards the end of Sector 3 on lap 15. I think we're just going to...
Go ahead.
I think we're just going to keep in a quick eye of this rear view of these attacking drivers on Chazzy.
Yeah, Chazzy and Beamer are burning all their ERS, and all these guys behind them are just saving.
Okay. I mean, you gain quite a bit going into the pit lane too, right? You can gain anywhere from maybe like 30 to 50% of your ERS going into the pits.
If you just go a couple laps without using it, it builds up. It builds up pretty quick through Sector 2 and Sector 3.
Right. But you will just lose it without even you burning it down the main straight. So that's right. That's the important part is just understanding where to use it, how much it's getting eaten up. And I think Chazzy's going to get overtaken. He is. Beamer up ahead. Freddie's
thought about it.
Yeah, I got real close on the gearbox there. And Andy, Freddie, Chazzy's teammate, is not too far behind as well. These Mercedes, managing to have a pretty good strategy today. Oh, again! Oh,
in the pit lane. He crashed in going into the pit lane.
Oh, we have a driver who crashed in the pit lane? A Red Bull, Mr. Heeking. That's unfortunate. Oh, as we have a lot of bumping between this Ferrari of Freddie and Chazzy Bot. So Freddie now finds himself in 6th because of it. Yeah, it was going through that chicane in sector 2. I don't think Chazzy Bot and Freddie are like each other too much. All right, so I would expect these Williams drivers or Beamer to pit fairly soon here. Beamer is going into the pits now. He's going to be taking off these mediums and throwing on some hards for the rest of the race, I imagine.
The Williams is going to have to kind of plan that out. Hopefully they're in comms together because they're not going to want to pit together.
Okay.
Being that close. I mean, 4.5, you might not double stack. It might not cost you any time, but...
Yeah. Chazzy's on hard, so he'll be able to stay out a little bit longer than Andy anyways. Andy's going to want to try to dip in pretty soon here, not to mess that up. But yeah, these top 6 runners, all on 17-lap old tires. They're going to have to come in pretty soon. Those on the mediums, which is everyone except Chazzy Bot. Merc and Fatweed are the only other 2 drivers on the grid who have yet to pit for new tires. They find themselves in 9th and 10th respectively.
Possibly the 3-second. I think that's the second. Yeah, he's at 6.
So Zeech just recently pitted this last lap. Finds himself in 17th place. Wait, no. He had to pit again, right? Because he pitted a while ago, right?
Maybe he
took
got
that
5-second
right
penalty, so he went ahead and stopped again to get it off.
Yes, you're right.
Which isn't a bad play.
Right, he's hoping others are going to start making mistakes, but he's essentially taken himself out of the battle for podium position.
Right.
Yeah, he's going to need to hope for a lot there.
With how the field's been running anyway, everyone was running so close that a 5-second penalty would kill you. That happened to Punju in Tier 3.
Okay.
He crossed the line in 2nd, and he had 8 seconds in penalties, and it dropped him down to 9th, 7th.
Okay.
7th, 8th, or 9th, something like that. So he lost a lot of time just off 8 seconds of penalties.
Yeah, it hurts.
So I kind of like that strat by Zeech. Just go ahead, get the penalty out of the way, put your head down, and try to get back at it.
Yeah, it's a long race, that's for sure, right? We've officially passed the halfway point, but these Alpines, they're looking pretty dominant here.
Yeah. Because Zeech was the only one giving them a run for their money, and now, like you said, he's all the way at the back. He's on better tires than everybody in front of him, but
yeah, and City of R just pitted as well, so now he's gonna find himself. Where is he gonna find himself? Right in front of Fatweed, just ahead of his teammate Dreams. So they'll be happy about the way they executed that for Team Williams.
sorry, my wife's trying to order us dinner, and everything that she tries to order, they're out of, which is fantastic.
What the heck?
She's asking me, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want?
You're fine. Gamer's pushing his teammate now. He's got DRS. He's going up on the inside. They're going to do a little bit of racing action. And he's going to think better of it and just slide in right behind. This will be interesting to see. Gamer is definitely pushing his teammate around this track right here. Axis is taking the inside along this Ferrari who's struggling. Freddie Razzle.
Yeah, he was just trying to get over to the pit lane.
Yeah, he finally does.
Both Alpines are going to have DRS, though, chasing down Chazzy right here.
Yeah.
Way better tire. And Freddie goes on softs. He's going to try to take the softs 15 laps.
Let's see where Chazzy's going to come out here. I'm interested. Because he's currently leading. And this is a fairly long pit stop, it feels like. It's like, what, 23, 25 seconds at times?
Yeah, it seems like it takes forever.
So,
super long pit lane.
He's going to, even though he's in first currently, it's probably going to come out in closer to P13, P14.
Yeah, that's where Freddie just came out. When he was in
Okay.
second pit, and he came out in 13th.
Okay. Yeah, and
He
Merc
will
right
be
behind
on
him.
brand new medium tires, or if he goes for soft, so he's going to be way faster than everybody in front of him. Still a lot of ground to make up.
All right, well, we do got some battling going on. Chazzy is trying to keep these Alpine drivers at bay, getting them to go side by side a little bit, slowing them down. Let's see, are we going to get a pass here? I think Chazzy's going to get overtaken by two drivers at this moment, I think. No, he has enough to keep him away and keep him at bay. His ERS light is blinking.
Yeah, he has nothing left, but neither does Gamer. Axis still has 75%.
Okay.
Axis could probably make a move and get around both of them.
He's going side by side right now. He's going to go along the outside, and he gets it done. He has the grip advantage, and he shows it. Now Gamer trying to go along the outside. Oh, no, that was Gamer. Excuse me. Gamer takes the lead. Wow. Axis led for most of this race. Now Gamer on one lap older tire than his teammate. Pushing through and getting around Chazzy.
I think Chazzy's trying to hold out and just praying that something happens and he gets a safety car.
I don't think he's going to get that wish today, unfortunately.
Doesn't seem like it. And that's going to make it interesting, too, because this track burns a lot of fuel. Let's see. So Chazzy's fuel light keeps going on and off.
And he's going in now.
City of R's light is on. Nobody else's light. So City of R he's the only one that his fuel light's on.
Okay.
Because this track burns up fuel if you don't get any safety cars for sure.
All right, Chazzy is now falling down the order. Looks like he's finally on his way out. He's going to be in P10. All right.
It's not as bad as you thought.
Oh, yeah. Not too bad. Still points positions. He's got some pretty good...
There's a really big gap up until P3. So, I mean...
And he's got really fresh tires. He should catch up to those guys up ahead of him, you would imagine,
Right.
in 5 to 10 laps.
I don't see anybody...
Ooh. Oh, as we catch some action... Happy Like Pies and Capaci going at it side by side. And Happy Like Pies is going to pick up a 5-second penalty. Yeah, that was interesting to say the least.
Yeah, if he was pushed off, he might be able to get that 5 seconds removed as long as he doesn't pit again.
Well, they
He shouldn't have to.
well they banged and it sent Happy Like Pies out into the grass. So yeah, he might have a slight argument there. Gamer.
It's hard to call him Happy Like Pies instead of Epic, right? I have the same problem with Twan, how he changed his name, and it just messes. I always call him Twan, and people that don't know, you know what I mean, they're like, "Oh, who's Twan?" Anthony Jenkins. I'm sorry.
Right? Yeah.
Messes with me.
So Axis finally does get around his teammate. And I wonder how Tier 1's going. They've been underway for a little bit now. for like 30
minutes. Freddie's up to P6. He's went from P13 to P6 in 3 laps.
Oh, you're right. He's flying.
But those softs will be screaming by the end of this race.
He's got to catch up. Yeah, to Beamer. Yeah, I think Mark was telling me to take softs like 15 laps to start the race, and I was like, you're ridiculous, Mark. You think I could take those 15 laps?
They probably could take them. It's just whether you're losing time on them or not, which you're going to be losing time at that point.
After 5 laps, I'm sure.
Right.
It would have been horrible.
I mean, just since we said something about it, he's already put 4/10 in the Beamer.
Yeah, and Beamer's now making a move up on Dreams, looking up for something up at the inside. Goes out to the outside now. Oh, they're side by side through the corner, going up to the chicane. He's got a bit of an advantage, but Dreams has his nose up ahead through the chicane. And they're going to be side by side coming into turn 5 or 4? 4 and 5?
Yeah, it's, first corner's 4.
And it does look like Beamer has to relinquish his fighting for that position there.
He just burns all his DRS. He's been under 25% basically the whole race.
And Freddie's now almost 2.5 seconds behind Beamer as well.
Right. He wants them fighting
hauling.
because it's helping him close that gap.
Oh yeah. The Ferrari is quickly coming into view.
And Happy Like Pies is about to get lapped. He had to pit after that spin. He put on soft tires, and he has access coming up on him pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, I see that on the mini map there. As Beamer is going to be taking P4 back up the inside. Looks like he has a clean advantage. I think he should be able to keep it this time, as he has a DRS advantage once again.
Yeah, I'm a fan of those double DRS zones, where it's one detection zone and double the DRS. There's one other track that does that, and I forgot what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. Your guess would be as good as mine.
It's just like the DRS is made to help you get alongside somebody to fight him in a corner. But they're giving you DRS to get by him, and then they're giving you DRS to pull away from him.
Mm-hmm.
But Freddie just picked up a 3-second.
Let's go ahead and put these time penalties back up here. Now quite a few with 6 seconds, 3 seconds, and 8 seconds for catching. Must have sped going into the pit lane. Zeech, who had that 5-second penalty for speeding, finds himself 2 seconds out of the points positions. 2 seconds behind Fatweed in the Aston Martin. Dreams and Beamer going at it once again, switching. This is kind of like the only battle going on track right now. Freddie slowly coming in, reeling himself in closer and closer. All these time penalties it's going to mess things up.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Zeech is effectively in the points because of them.
And City of R is actually gaining on Gamer. And Gamer has that 3-second penalty also.
Right.
So he picks up another just over 2 seconds. He'll take P2 off of Gamer.
And I think Dreams is technically in 4th right now on track, but with that 6-second penalty, I think that pushes him down to 7th.
At least, yeah. 7th right now. Oh, maybe not, because Freddie has a 3 and Chazzy has a 3.
Oh, you're right. It's too much.
So I think he only... I don't know. Math's hard.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's too much. But I'll let the game figure it out at the end.
Beamer fighting Dreams. Meanwhile, Freddy is caught up with both of them.
Yep, he's effectively in this battle for P4 on track. Taking a look up on the inside of the McLaren. Nothing there. Now he's on the gearbox. He's got to play this smart. He's got the softs. He's got to get around at the right time. Oof. I think the softs are giving out on him now, though. How old are these tires?
That's what I was looking at. 7.
Yeah. He's definitely feeling it, you would imagine. They've got to be at like 30 to 40% at this point.
Yeah, 'cause he hasn't been taking care of him, that's for sure. He's gonna put it.
Right. See what he's going to do down this main pit straight. He's going to get DRS again. Dreams won't have any DRS help. Him and Beamer are going to be closing quickly. But is the straight long enough? It's not going to be long enough for both of them to make a move. It's going to be long enough for Freddy to get around Beamer. And Beamer's going to now be attacking Dreams down this straight. I think he's going to be able to get around them both. Let's see if he can hang it around the outside. The Williams keeping it close, but giving him all the room that's needed to keep this really good racing. Oh! Dreams finally loses out on P4 on track.
That was good racing by both of them. Had Dreams pinched Freddy out as wide as he could going into the chicane.
It's beautiful.
And with no contact and stuff like that, just really good driving from both of them.
Let's see if they can make anything happen for themselves now. In this, I just feel like there's a lot of dancing that goes on this track because of how long that DRS straight is.
Right.
Chazzy finds himself in 7th place now after pitting just 6 laps ago. So these guys who pitted pretty late, find themselves in not too bad a spot. This difference in tires, though, with Freddy and Chazzy is going to be the difference maker as Dreams almost tries to push it side by side through the first chicane. He's not going to get it done. He's going to be on the attack now once again.
It's going to be the same thing, probably. Side by side, yeah.
Yep.
Ooh.
Up through the inside.
Super late. Super late on the brakes.
Oh, and he's getting a little slipping and sliding. Dreams back up into 4th. City of R now 2 seconds behind Gamers, so he's effectively in P2. He might be able to take this on track by the end of this race. George Stern catching. Going at it back here, it looks like. Georgester gets up ahead. Alright, nothing else much going on. So we'll join these boys battling for P4. Freddy with his little razzle dazzle.
And Beamer, both of them got around Dreams.
Oh, yeah.
All this fighting, Chazzy's slowly creeping up on these guys. They're probably so interested with each other they haven't noticed Chazzy coming up on the back of them.
Yeah, and his teammate is 3 seconds behind him, so as long as Chazzy keeps it clean the rest of the way, he should find himself solidifying him no worse than P7. Is that going to be a late safety car? Or
It's in the pit lane.
Okay, that's right. That's in the pit lane. Wow. So Merc gives up, it looks like. That's unfortunate.
So now Gamer and City of Ours get fuel lights are both on.
Oh wow, so we might have
Chazzy.
people with some fuel saving strategies these last 5 laps or so.
That might be why City of R has been gaining on Gamer, because Gamer might be lifting coasting in the corners.
Yeah, Happy has not had a great race at all, Pat. Oh, that's lovely. That's always lovely when the car does that. Hopefully it retires in a safe space, as Freddy's coming up to it now. Oh my god.
Yeah,
It just...
right off turn 2.
It just fucking stops right there?
This game, I'm telling you.
Wow. Okay. Back to the racing, folks. Beamer in 6th place after battling for 4th. Freddy able to navigate his way up into 4th after pitting fairly late for softs and coming out in P13. So this late developing storyline. Let's see what Beamer and Dreams can do.
Yeah, Pat the Rock in the chat says Happy's not doing good. No, he has not had a good race. He got pushed off. Well, don't know if he got pushed off. There's contact and he went off track, cut a corner, got a 5-second penalty, and had to pit. Again, right after he just pit. So, yeah, he's had a rough one.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and pull up the telemetry right now as well. And keep an eye on this fuel issue, as you've been mentioning, for some of these drivers. Beamer way behind.
City of R and Chassis.
Okay. Beamer felt so behind Freddy on that main straight, but he's able to catch up through corners 1 through 3.
Yeah, those softs have 12 laps on him. He's gonna start really struggling. I'll be pretty amazed if he is able to keep Dreams and Beamer behind him for the rest of the race.
It'll be a masterclass, that's for sure. He can do it. It's just gonna have to be one hell of a defense.
Edge is wondering if you'll pull up pins for him.
Yes, we sure can. There are penalties, quite a lot, for half a grid essentially. So we are now on lap 34. These Alpine drivers have basically ran away with this race. Red Bull having a horrible day. Williams going to be making a big jump for P2 and between P2 and P3 at the end of this race. Dream's doing his best to stay within reach of Freddy Razzle. This guy's still on softs, still managing to hold them off down that main straight. Something special. He's got 33% ERS left. Let's see how well he can play at these final 3 laps. Dreams and Beamer are now battling it out. This is only gonna hurt them and not what they want if they're trying to get up ahead of this Ferrari.
Yeah, Dreams has those 6 seconds, so no matter what he does, he's falling. Beamer can actually sit here and he's going to pass Freddy and Dreams.
Right.
He doesn't really need to push because it's not gonna do him any good. He's collectively P4 right now.
Like
that
Zeech.
takes up another 3 seconds. That puts him up to 12.
Oof. That's rough. Yeah, Zeech looks like he was able to get past Speedy Goose. Not sure if Speedy Goose had a bit of a moment or there. It's Freddy and Dreams. Ooh. Dreams does get it done. That contact. Yeah.
Or just wheel spin.
I think it might have been a little mix of everything. You know?
Yeah, those softs can't feel good right now.
Not at all. Not at all. But he can hang on here, and if he can play this right, you know, play a little bit of a chess game, he can get that DRS to just slingshot and past both of these guys on that final lap that's coming up here.
Oh, City of R. City of R is right on the back of Gamer. What happened?
Yes, yes.
It was like 2.5 seconds.
I noticed that as well. So let's go ahead and check this out. Let's see if Seaver's going to get this done on track. And then we'll go ahead and move behind for that battle for P4.
Oh, Gamer and City of R both red on fuel.
Yes,
Chaz
yes.
red on fuel.
This is going to be a close one. Beamer not able to catch and make that overtake. He's got another shot at it here with this DRS. Oh, he's like a slingshot. He's going to throw it around the outside with Dreams going now on the outside through the chicane. He's going to get it done. Oh, a little bit of bumping again, but Dreams is going to lose out on track to P4. Freddie now behind him. But let's go ahead and go around to our race winner and team that has solidified, P1 pretty well in the standings. Axis is going to cross the line first. His teammate, P2, but he's going to end up in P3 as City of R is able to hold on with that time penalty. Beamer, P4. Freddy, P5. Dreams, P7 after that. Time penalties are attached. Andy now promoted to P6. Chazibot down to P8 with his time penalties. Lion Sharky P9, Zeech P10, Speedy Goose crosses the line P10, jumps Zeech due to his time penalties. He'll be happy about that. He gets himself and Haas a point for this tough race.
Yeah, Zeech just kind of hurt himself getting that 5-second time penalty going into the pits. Then trying to serve it.
And everyone's
up front. What, P2, P3? He was fighting the Alpines and then was down in the P17.
Yeah. Well, that was an interesting race. Another dominant one by the Alpine crew. Yeah. No.
Driver of the day, Freddie.
No big drama, but Freddie, yeah, I would say Freddie had one hell of a final stint on those softs, holding out that long.
Yeah. Went all the way down to P13 on those softs and back up. And then, able to hold on to him for 16, 17 laps like he did. And he got the fastest lap, so that gives him an extra point.
Oh, that's right. Look at that. Freddie with the fastest lap. Those softs really helped him out there. Yeah, let's give a quick rundown. P1, Axis, City of R, P2, due to Gamer's 3-second time penalty, who ends up at P3. Still good enough for podium position for Alpine. Beamer, P4, Freddie Razzle, P5, Andy, P6, Dreams in P7, Chazibot, P8, Landsharky in P9, Speedy Goose in P10 to round out the points positions. I did see Zeech DNF. It said he DNF'd. I don't think he did.
Yeah, he DNF'd after he passed the line.
Right.
So it was just a glitch in the game.
Yeah, so I think he was 11th, really. Then we got Georgester, Fatweed, Ketchin, Kapachi, Happy Like Pie, Zeech. Well, it says he's 16th, but yeah. I think he finished just outside of the points. Taco Like Taco, Mark, and Heat Gang. So
yeah, Alpine was 35 points up on the Constructors Championship in Tier 2 before this race.
And now they got 40 points today.
Right. Williams is in P2 with 43. So, yeah.
And they got just over 20, I think. So, yeah. It looks like Alpine is going to be tough to beat in Tier 2.
Yeah. I mean, we still have
nonetheless.
over half the season, but it's not looking good for any other team besides them at the moment.
Right. Right. See here. I do. Are there any gentlemen hopping in the media box in the waiting room? Yeah. Let's see. Let's see.
Who was it? Gamer,
Axis, and City of
Axis.
R.
While we're doing this, I'm gonna pull up this tier 1 race. See how this is going.
Oh yeah. Why don't I pull that up on my end? Actually, that's a good idea. Keep this running on the background while we're chilling. Seeing if these guys can join.
I pinged all of them.
Yeah. If we don't get them, we don't get them. No biggie.
Yeah, two of them said that they're coming.
Okay. Looks like they're 21 laps into it. They got a safety car themselves. Estenbaugh, the Red Bull, leading the way with Xylo and the Aston Martin.
Giants is in 12th.
All right.
Oh, there's somebody.
Yes,
There's
yes. Axis, our race winner. Congratulations. You guys are running away. You and Gamer are running away with this constructors. I mean, how did it feel? I saw you and Gamer kind of battling it out a little bit when there was a Chazzy bot right in front of you guys, but you were able to, it seemed like you were the most dominant today.
Yeah, I felt really good. Gamer he like went for the undercut, and yeah, I was just being patient. Once he got a penalty, I kind of just sat behind and waited. That's really all it was. I just waited, and I knew I had better tires, and I felt really confident in the pace. So
I mean, yeah.
Patient, made the move, and then I was able to make a big like ERS push to get out of the 1 second, and then just brought it home from there.
Yeah, it seemed like you had much more ERS than your teammate towards the middle or late middle of the race. But yeah, no stress. No, it didn't seem like your race was too stressful at all.
It was kind of stressful at the beginning because I had a really high downforce setup, so I just did not want to let them in my DRS.
Okay.
But once the pit stops came through and Gamer got the penalty, and I saw Zeech had a huge collision, which I kind of funny, but I feel bad.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, some guy pulled out of the way and brake checked him down the straightaway and broke his wing.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
bad. So once that happened, Gamer got the penalty. It was pretty calm from there.
Yeah, we saw him go in with you, and he picked up a 5-second penalty, and we didn't catch that incident actually.
Oh, it was bad.
Oh no! Oh gosh. So after that, it was smooth sailing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, one hell of a race by you, Axis. I mean, I think Brazil, right, next week.
Mm-hmm.
How are you feeling on that track? You think it's going to be another fairly? Yeah.
It's one of my favorite tracks, so hopefully we could expect more of the same.
All right. Well, we're looking forward to it. Hopefully, you and Gamer can squeeze out the competition once again and just do like what Red Bull's doing in real life with Tier 2 here for Alpine.
Yeah.
Congratulations on the
Thanks,
win, my
guys.
man.
Thank you.
Gamer's trying to get in. He can't find the interview waiting room.
All right.
I told him, I was like, I don't know how to ping you in it. Like,
right? How do I do that? I wonder if I can
do it.
Here.
Invite. Here we go. I'll watch this. I don't know how to invite people.
I don't either. Wait. Yeah. This is a little complicated for me right now.
I'm trying to. Oh, you can only bring your friends. Never mind. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not friends with a gamer right now either.
Well,
Okay.
or 3. But that was a great race, man. That middle pack for race for 4th, 5th, and 6th was insane. Those
Right.
guys stayed attached at the hip the whole race, all
It's
30-something laps.
it's kind of it reminds me a little bit of our tier because it's just in the middle of the pack. You know, sometimes there's just
I don't like talking about our tier.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, yeah, we couldn't get gamer in here.
I got killed on a straight.
Oh my gosh, I saw you get a little wobbly and then get your composure, and then all of a sudden I saw a safety car come out, and I was like, "What the heck just happened?"
Yeah.
So
Somebody
yeah,
didn't want to pick their line and was all over the place, and I didn't have anywhere to go.
Jesus, everyone's too antsy just to get around.
Yeah.
Okay,
It is what
well,
it is.
yeah,
I'm 0-4 this season. I haven't finished a race yet, so.
it could only go up, right?
All right. That's a good thing about the bottom.
That's exactly. That's thinking cup half full right there. So yeah. All right, fellas. Thanks for stopping by stream. It was a great tier 2 race, and totally we appreciate your help for the day.
No problem, man.
So yeah. Everyone else, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you later.
See y'all next week.